Calaroga Shark Media. Hello and welcome to Ghost. This episode is titled Ghost Protocol.
Maverick, the charismatic and adventurous ghost, found himself in the ethereal realm, contemplating his next ghostly adventure. As he floated through the spectral corridors of Phantom Manor, a whisper of ethereal energy reached his ears. It was a message, a spectral recording that shimmered with urgency. He extended his ghostly hand, and the recording materialized before him. A voice emanated from the ephemeral message, echoing through the ethereal chamber. "Dear Maverick," the voice began, "I have a mission of utmost importance, one that requires your unique talents." The recording continued to explain the dire situation. A group of malevolent individuals in the living world had been wreaking havoc, causing harm and chaos. They were known as the Dark Syndicate, and their actions were threatening the balance between the supernatural and the living. "These individuals have delved into dark and forbidden arts," the voice explained. "They possess knowledge and power that poses a grave danger to both our realm and the living world. It is imperative that their actions be stopped." Maverick listened intently, his spectral form aglow with determination. He understood the gravity of the situation and the importance of his role. The voice continued, "Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to haunt the members of the Dark Syndicate. Make them realize the consequences of their actions, show them the errors of their ways, and compel them to abandon their malevolent deeds." The recording shimmered, indicating that time was running out. "Remember, Maverick, you are more than a ghost. You are a guardian of both realms. We believe in your ability to bring about change." With those final words, the spectral recording dissolved into the ether, leaving Maverick with a clear understanding of his mission. He knew that he had to confront the members of the Dark Syndicate, haunt them in a way that would make them question their actions, and ultimately persuade them to cease their malevolent activities. Maverick, with his trademark grin, was ready for this new adventure. He would use his charm, charisma, and ghostly powers to fulfill his mission and protect both the supernatural and the living worlds from the threat of the Dark Syndicate. Maverick, having accepted the mission to haunt the members of the Dark Syndicate, began his infiltration with a sense of purpose. He had learned that the Syndicate's secret meeting was to take place in an abandoned mansion on the outskirts of a desolate town. As Maverick approached the mansion, he saw a group of shadowy figures gathering inside. The atmosphere was thick with malevolence. He knew that he had to find a way in without alerting them to his presence. Using his ghostly powers, Maverick slipped through the walls of the mansion and materialized inside a dimly lit room. He observed the Syndicate members from the shadows, their faces concealed by masks. The leader of the Syndicate, a sinister figure known as Malachi, addressed the group. "Our dark ritual will grant us unimaginable power," he declared. "The world will tremble before us." Maverick listened carefully, waiting for the right moment to make his presence known. Just as Malachi was about to initiate the ritual, Maverick materialized before the group, his spectral form glowing with an eerie light. Malachi and the Syndicate members gasped in shock and horror. They had not expected a ghostly intrusion. Maverick, with his trademark smile, began to haunt the Dark Syndicate. He created chilling apparitions, whispered eerie warnings, and made objects float through the air, all while his voice echoed with ghostly menace. "You tread on forbidden ground," Maverick intoned. "Your actions have consequences that you cannot escape." The Syndicate members, fear etched on their masked faces, tried to resist the supernatural onslaught, but Maverick's powers were too overwhelming. They began to doubt the wisdom of their dark pursuits. One by one, the Syndicate members started to question their allegiance to Malachi and his malevolent cause. They exchanged nervous glances, realizing the folly of their actions. With the Syndicate members haunted and disoriented, Maverick focused his attention on their leader, Malachi. He confronted the sinister figure in a spectral showdown. Malachi, his resolve unwavering, attempted to unleash his dark powers against Maverick. But Maverick, with his ghostly abilities, countered every malevolent spell with a burst of ethereal energy. "You have chosen the path of darkness," Maverick told Malachi, "but it is not too late to turn away from it." Malachi, his sinister demeanor now replaced by fear, stared at Maverick with haunted eyes. The spectral showdown had taken its toll on him, and he could feel the weight of his malevolent deeds pressing down upon him. Maverick's voice echoed through the room, growing colder and more menacing. "Your actions have consequences, Malachi. The darkness you've embraced will consume you unless you choose a different path." Malachi hesitated, torn between the remnants of his malevolent desires and the chance for redemption. The room seemed to close in around him as he grappled with his inner demons. Suddenly, the mansion itself seemed to come alive. The walls shook, and eerie shadows danced on the walls. The ghostly apparitions created by Maverick circled Malachi, their ghastly forms closing in. In a chilling, spectral chorus, they whispered, "Embrace the light. Let go of the darkness." Malachi's fear grew as he realized that the mansion itself was turning against him, a manifestation of his own guilt and the supernatural forces that sought to cleanse him of his malevolence. With a cry of despair, Malachi finally made his choice. He renounced the dark path he had walked and chose the path of redemption. His body convulsed as the darkness that had consumed him was expelled, leaving him pale and trembling. Maverick's spectral form softened as he watched Malachi's transformation. "You have made the right choice," he said, his voice now filled with compassion. But before they could celebrate, the mansion unleashed one final, bone-chilling scream. A manifestation of the dark energy it had harbored for so long. The walls cracked, and the room seemed to collapse in on itself. Maverick and Malachi were enveloped in a swirling vortex of spectral energy. The room became a nightmarish kaleidoscope of shifting dimensions, and the very fabric of reality seemed to tear apart. With a burst of ethereal power, Maverick and Malachi were expelled from the mansion just as it imploded into a vortex of darkness, disappearing into the spectral mist. As they floated in the ethereal realm, Maverick extended a hand to Malachi, now a changed ghost. "Welcome to a new beginning," he said. Malachi, still trembling but no longer consumed by darkness, grasped Maverick's hand. Together, they faded into the spectral mist, leaving behind a mansion that had once been a haven for malevolence, but was now a testament to the power of redemption. In the distance, the rising sun cast an eerie glow on the spectral landscape, a reminder that even in the world of ghosts, there was always the possibility of choosing the path of light over darkness.
Ghost is a Calaroga Shark media production. Written and hosted by Alexander Ian McIntyre. Produced by Mark Francis. Executive producers Mark Francis and John McDermott. Calaroga Shark Media.